Meanwhile, a FEMA worker has been fired after she reportedly directed workers helping hurricane survivors not to go to homes with yard signs supporting President-elect Donald Trump. FEMA's leader released that information in a statement today, saying it was a clear violation of FEMA's core values. The agency did not identify the employee or say where it happened.
Well, I got her name. She worked Crypto Blood. We're going to go through this very unpatriotic, anti-American move yet again, coming from the liberal side. I'm sorry that, not trying to be divisive here, guys, but the recurring theme that we're seeing here, we've been lied to. The media said that the right, they're insurrectionists, they're violent, they're racist, and all this stuff. But what we're seeing is actually the opposite. This election and the way the turnout came on the red wave, that's self-evident. As a culture, as a country, we're fed up with the lies and the misdirections. And that's why you saw Trump win by a landslide, baby. That's right. She should really not only be fired, but she should probably be jailed or at least put on trial for this, because they say it's only 20 homes, but where there's smoke, there is fire. And if she's done it with 20 and so blatantly, she's put it in her damn checklist. So if she's done it, it's been probably done, maybe not overtly, but a silent acknowledgement of what they should be doing. Let's play this other video right here. Like, share, and subscribe. Click that bell if you want to see more videos like this from your boy Crypto Blood. Let's go.
Another issue that highlighted the incompetency of Joe Biden was hurricane relief and FEMA's reaction, right?
Yeah.
And Joe Biden was in charge, but Kamala Harris was running, and there was there was an avoidance of wanting to talk about how significant the impact is on so many communities based on two hurricanes. Now, according to the Daily Wire, this is a staggering story. FEMA officials, which should be helping everybody, directed hurricane relief workers in Florida to avoid certain homes that had Trump signs in their lawn.
Stop.
Okay, here's the report according to the Daily Wire. A FEMA supervisor told workers in a message to avoid homes advertising Trump as they canvassed Lake Placid, Florida, to identify residents who could qualify for federal aid. Internal messages viewed by the Daily Wire reveal. The supervisor, Marn'i Washington, relayed this message both verbally and in group chat used by the relief team. Multiple government employees told the Daily Wire. So now hurricane relief also politicized.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, let me tell you, this shit has to stop. And thankfully, we voted, and it gives a clear message to the left, extreme lefts, maybe, because I think a lot of people from the left that were moderate came over to the right to vote for Trump this go around, because enough is enough, ladies and gents. We have here more things being politicized by the left. There was, if they went unchecked in this election, there would be nothing left to politicize. They would have politicized everything. They politicized our education for our children. They politicized the sports. NBA went woke. They politicized FEMA and disasters. They politicized the judicial system when it comes to the election. They politicize agencies, three-letter agents. Everything has been politicized under the control of the extreme left, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. So it's great that we have now some swing back to common sense, as they say. But this, I found out about this. Thank God for Twitter, boy. I was scrolling through Twitter, saw this from our guy Bill Ackman, which, by the way, is a Jewish liberal. Similar, he's a billionaire just like Elon Musk. Liberal turned conservative, at least in his vote, okay? And he's been very vocal this whole election. He jumped out there, sacrificed, or potentially could have hurt his career on Wall Street. But he did the best thing for America in his belief. And it turns out he's on the right side of history. So he retweeted this from Kyle Becker that went through the whole situation. And this is where I end up extracting who this lady, Marn'i Washington, was. But check this out. Check this tweet out from Kyle Becker. A FEMA supervisor who instructed disaster relief officials to avoid homes and not help Americans who showed support for Trump has been relieved of her duties. Avoid homes advertising Trump is what the lady said in her quote unquote, listen to this, best practices memo. This is her best practices memo. Okay. Not one goes anywhere alone. Not one goes anywhere alone might be a DEI hire, ladies and gents. I'm just saying. This is official channels and you're saying not one goes anywhere alone. Okay. Avoid homes advertising Trump. You really put this in an official channel for FEMA for her, ladies and gentlemen, to do that, one of two things have to be true. One, she is utterly incompetent and has a worldview that she is right and everyone believes what she believes. So she didn't even think twice to say, hey, this probably is a little prejudice. That's one. Two, it was so prevalent within FEMA that she felt comfortable doing it. This attitude, this viewpoint towards Trump supporters was so prevalent in the work culture that she felt comfortable putting this in her best practices memo. One or two things. You guys let me know if I'm missing something. Am I missing something else that could have prompted her to be so bold in the way she put this information out? Absolutely, she should be actually tried. This is horrible. You got people who have lost everything and you're telling them not to look out for Americans. Oh, maybe because they're garbage, like Joe Biden said. I don't know. But this is insane what we have here, guys. And it just, to me, shows the virus that we call extreme liberals or Democrats. I won't bucket everyone in that light. I refuse to believe everyone who was, quote unquote, a Democrat thinks like this. But the extremes have taken over the Democratic Party, and that's largely why they lost. I want you to see this video that this one guy put out under this thread that explained and exposes this very thing he witnessed firsthand.
Across the street, all their stuff's picked up. 2 new houses getting built next door to me. Across the street, all their stuff's picked up. All their stuff picked up. Sign here, not picked up. Across the street, not picked up. My yard, 3 weeks later,
Crazy, man.
pile's still sitting here. Still sitting here. All still sitting here. Then I go around the property over on the corner. All picked up.
And this is America.
Across the street, all picked up.
Well, I guess one thing we could say here, ladies and gents, finally, white people in America, normal white people, understand how black people have felt so many years of being profiled and stereotyped and stuff. This is what we've dealt with. Maybe not as much today, but definitely in the past, we've dealt with this type of microaggression, if you want to call it, or maybe not. Maybe it's not micro. But yeah, ladies and gents, this is insane. This is what's going on in America, or what was going on. But I think America has said they finally had enough of this nonsense. It looks like she's actually changed her name on LinkedIn since this whole mess went down. But it's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy what's going on here. Let's take a look at some of these comments, because the comments on the internet really steal the show. You can only assume this is another one of those Barack Obama, Kamala, DEI employees. The problem is this isn't the only employee that feels this way. And this is what I was saying. The way she was so emboldened to do this in an official memo lets me know she is not the only one. Where there's one roach, there are many, right? This one person says that's not enough. She should be prosecuted. FEMA should be sued, and her boss should also be fired for allowing this to happen. Agreed. This is not something that just happened in isolation, guys. Her boss probably knew about this, and it's sad that it took what are we now, a few days after Trump has won the election is when this is all coming out. Didn't come out up until then. So just imagine if Trump would have lost, this type of behavior would have continued. Man, again, there are so many reasons why we needed this. People say the presidential election really doesn't matter. It doesn't affect you so much in your day-to-day life. But tell that to these individuals who have FEMA come through their area and they're getting skipped over because they got Trump supporter signs. Crazy. And this one here, Hedgewood said, really shows the culture of FEMA, where an official would feel comfortable making these directives and literally putting it in writing in official correspondences. This is exactly what I'm saying. There's something bigger going on. And FEMA, of course, you guys know, is under the rule of Mayorkas, who is the head of DHS, Department of Homeland Security, and sure, he's going to be cleaned out. It's all going to be cleaned out and reset, which is very necessary. You guys voted this reset, and that's great. I'm so glad that happened. Let me know if I'm missing anything. Is there any other reason why this lady would feel so emboldened to tell her subordinates to do what they did? Skip over those who have Trump signs in the disaster of Helene and the others that hit Florida and North Carolina. You guys know this shit was going on in North Carolina as well. You got to know that. Anyway, if you like this video, like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to receive more videos like this. I'm out of here, people. Holla.
Yo, it's crypto blood, Detroit flow, screaming from the D, knowing what the show indicators are on point. OG since 12, invested in trade, living life.